Hello, welcome to my channel, Lady D Psychic. This will be my video for the week ahead where I look at the charts or look at the transits for the week. And I just do a card reading, I do a channel as well. So for this week, what we've got coming up, we do have a total lunar eclipse happening in Virgo at 10:33 p.m. That is my time in Sydney, and it's happening on the 3rd of March. So with this eclipse that's coming up, it is going to be a big one. We are in a Mercury retrograde, so already communication has gone a little bit haywire with that, and we are also in Pisces. So I feel like that there's no limits when we could look at Pisces. They are the last star sign, so things are just getting a little bit hectic with the communication. That I do feel like it's a bit tough. This Mercury retrograde. However, um, this will be affecting the eclipse because we have the moon that's going to be opposing Mercury. So, so expect there could be a lot of mix-ups. The moon will be in Virgo, so the moon wants things to be perfect, wants things to be looking a certain way, really wants to be able to like take care of things, be quite particular and precise, and it linked that with the Mercury that's in Pisces. Communication going a little bit haywire, a little bit extreme mix-ups going on, but at the same time we do have a positive aspect of Mercury. It is going to be in tri to Jupiter, which is luck with communication. So I feel like that might be about a project that you've been working on from the past, or things haven't been completed, or some sort of like information that it's going to be some good news. When we're looking at tries, it could be good news, but we're looking at something from the past, or some sort of project from the past that you might hear back from as well. We've also got the moon that's in sextile to Jupiter, and then we've got the sun also in tri Jupiter as well. So it is like a day of things kind of working out, but there will be the themes of this eclipse will definitely be about communication and how we think and how we act and how we be, and wanting things to look a very particular way as well, because as it being in Virgo and wanting to be doing things yourself. I don't feel like this is going to be a super emotional eclipse. I mean, you might get a little bit triggered with the stuff in Pisces, but the moon is in a Virgo, which is a Virgo. I don't feel like earth signs aren't very emotional. Well, they're not quite emotional people. So I feel like it's going to be quite an emotional eclipse, or the energy there, but yet it will be put you a little bit on edge. I feel like we've also got on the 28th, which is Saturday, we've got Mars, which will be in square to Uranus. So that can be careful. I always say be careful when I see that, like driving. Like I feel like it could be unexpected road rage, anger, frustrations. We do have Mars that will be in the last part of uh, Aquarius. So it is about, someone's trying to take away your freedom, someone's trying to um, really make things, I feel like, complicated. You're not going to like that. So it could be unexpected, I'm going to say anger and frustrations. We've still got Uranus that's in Taurus. Um, and yeah, soon it will be going into Gemini. It will be a big thing for this year too. So we do have that to watch out for. And then also on the 28th, we've got the conjunction of Mercury and Venus. So with Mercury being in retrograde, going to conjunct Venus, definitely looking at potentially hearing from exes from the past, or again, even like if you're looking at a project that's a sort of financial opportunity, maybe coming back again, it's something from the past. It could be a chance to settle that. It also could be um, being more inquisitive. It could also trying to get things down the right way as well. We've also got on the third, we will have Mars finishing up in Aquarius, moving into Pisces on that day. So Mars into Pisces, I said Pisces don't have there's no barrier, it's limitless. So it could be, and hey, Mars in there could be a bit crazy. If anyone's got their Mars in Pisces, not that they have a temper, but when they do get angry, they can get a little bit crazy. So as I say, there could be some craziness tendencies going on with that. Not feeling as confident because we're not in a strong sign. We're in Pisces, the last star sign. It's not feeling quite confident in maybe in ourselves. But maybe it's more about our belief systems, might feeling more about the spirituality and things as well. So so we've also got coming up on the 5th of the 3rd, we've got Venus in sextile to Uranus. So that can bring about some unexpected finances or also something unexpected in relationships too. So that also could be a quite a good transit because it's in sextile, so it's a positive transit, not negative. It's actually still in place when we have the eclipse as well. So it could happen during the eclipse. As I said, with these, when I got the actual transits here, it's the exact time of the square or the sextile or the trie, but they just be aware there's a few, like it's going to be days where these transits can actually be in square, so it can last. So just give, when I say these dates, give it a, it could be a bit before, a bit after, so it could happen, but that is actually quite positive. So the only sort of thing that I would be like watching out for this week is more on the 28th, or the NGB around for, again, as I said, give it a few days. Could be the square with Mars and Uranus, because that can be a bit of a hectic square with Mars ruling your anger and frustrations, what's in square, and with Mars being unexpected, unusual, and also it's finishing up at the end of fixed sign, and uh, not Pisces, Aquarius can be quite strong people. I'm an Aquarian myself, can be quite. I don't look very strong. I don't look it, but I can be quite strong. So those are the transits we've got coming up. The big thing will be the lunar eclipse. I just feel like it's gonna be a bit of a shake up for some people. I feel like some people are gonna get exactly what they want. Others will feel, I feel like it's like they can't get away from certain details or certain things, or like wanting their world to be picture perfect. So I think it's going to be reminding us that it's okay if it's not perfect. What else is coming up this week too? Oh, it's also linked as well with the node with these two. So there could be a sense of destiny, life lesson. It could be a sense of spirituality coming in, and if you're a light worker, that might be a part of this eclipse too with you, because it's linked with purpose and destiny as well. Like what I've got else coming up for this week, I do have, like, there could be a bit of mix ups. I've got here, he definitely hear people, someone from the past coming up here, forgetful, because we do have, we're in Pisces, and there can be a bit of forgetful energy as well. And I feel like that there could be like a thing of it's like Chinese whispers, and people whispering and behind people's backs, or gossiping could be a thing that coming up this week too. And I feel like it's my wishful thinking, and having yourself in your own little world, in your own little bubble, and how you want your rose colored glasses kind of on, coming up for this week. Let's look at the cards and see what the cards say for this week ahead. What cards am I using for this week? I think I'm going to be using my angel cards. Let me get them. Let me get them out. See. Okay, so we've got here. I feel like it's going to be a thing here of needing things in balance this week. I feel like that a lot of like ups and downs. And I feel like there's just a lot to do as well. I know for myself, I've just got a lot to do. It is very hectic. There's just a lot. I also feel like there's going to be a thing of believe and trust. There's going to be a thing coming up this week too. I do feel like this week you are like, it's a sense of here of like downloads, like this. I mean, I see that card is about listening, like spiritual, like if it, your guides, or getting a lot of downloads and learning a lot as well coming up. I feel like it's about how you see yourself of service with people. You might be even looking at yourself and how you're acting, how you are. I think it's going to be a financial money is going to be a thing coming up this week, and it could be a sense of, I feel like it's going to be like a detoxing or getting the toxins in the body. I feel like that's going to be a big thing this week. It's only the first thing I said about balance, and then we've got a card coming out with the scales coming on. I feel like people are going to be all about, so as I said, rose-colored glasses, how they want their family to be, or how they're looking on the outside to other people is going to be a thing. People really looking at trusting and believing, and it's like connecting. I feel like it's something about connecting things to the future or their future as well. And it might seem like that you're on a road that sort of doesn't end, like limitless. But I feel like though this, even though it might seem a bit crazy, it's like we're gonna see the end of the tunnel, end of the limelight. I do feel like this eclipse is going to shake things up. I do feel like it's going to be about. I do feel like it's about coming together, but I just feel like that you're wanting, trying to get caught up, not get too caught up in things, um, and try and remember just like if it's not, it's okay if it's not perfect, and just leave it as it is. Just leave it as it is. So I feel like it's going to be too strung up on getting things looking or have being the right way. Okay. So, and I think that part of this week will be about surrendering to whatever's going to be. Okay. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Um, and that's including myself, and I find it hard to do that. But at the same time, I've learned to sort of sit and watch and see what happens as well. Okay. Let us do a channel for this week, and yeah, for this eclipse, and see what I can get for the um channel for the eclipse. Okay. This eclipse is going to be a big one. For the shakeups will happen. For every new thing is going to happen, there's going to be a reaction. For every reaction is a reaction. Okay. This is going to be a time where people are coming together, but also wanting things to be quite particular. They want their own way, they want their own rights, they want things to look a certain way, and they want to behave a certain way. They want other people to do what they say, but this is not going to happen. For there'll always be conflict. For there'll be people who want to speak up, and it may sound like they're not saying things that are quite sensible and a bit outrageous. For there'll be other people who are going to contradict that, and they're going to say things that sound a bit more reasonable. But everyone's going to want to have their own say. Everyone wants to repeat themselves. Everybody wants to get everyone to listen to them. For this eclipse is going to bring new energy, new things coming in, people leaving, and people going away. There'll be some people who are high profile who will be going backwards in the scenes and will no longer be in the limelight, for they have done the wrongs that they have done, and now it's their time to go back into the shadows. For other people will be moving forward, and they will be the ones who will be there to the end, to this new transit that is coming in 3 weeks' time. You're all going to meet your destiny, and you all have destiny, and everything happens as is meant to. For free will is just a thing of where people like to think positively. For free will only exists in your higher self when you're making the contracts and you're coming down to earth. Once you are here, you are in your contract that you need to fulfill, and that is where things are happening and things are led. For we all know this, and everything has a timing and has its day. And you're all living your lives to live. It's all human feelings and human interactions that are there, where other belief systems that are made up and philosophies are led. For these is what's going to come about with this eclipse that is happening on the 3rd of March. So thank you for your like, shares, and your comments. Hang on, wait, let's talk about where I am. Let's forget about that part. Oh, okay. Alrighty, it's just been a bit hectic today, and Mercury retrograde's there, so I've got to pack the car. I'm going up Central Coast today because tomorrow I'll be at the shop at Castle Calm. I've got a full day of readings there. If you want to go on a waiting list or see if someone cancels, you can contact the shop. Then I will be making my way up to Queensland because I've got next weekend, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is at the MBS there in Brisbane. So I will be up there. I'll be still available for readings. Um, in the meantime, and then 2 weeks after that, we have Sydney MBS, and then a few weeks after that, I've got back in Christchurch for a week. So that's where I am coming up. And And yeah, I think that's it. But thank you for your likes, shares, and your comments, and I'll see you for my next video. So bye for now.